Hello everyone.
So today we are going to discuss about the full stack web development. So let's understand what exactly the full stack web development app. To see full stack web development is nothing but it is a combination of building both the front end and back end. Okay, so the front end is nothing but the client side and the back end is nothing but it is a server side. So to develop any web application, we will work with the help of the full stack web development. So see, the full stack is nothing but it refers to the process of building both front end and back end for web application. So we are going to develop the web application with the combination of both front end and back end. So what exactly this front end? Front end is nothing but it is called as a client side. Front end is nothing but the client side. Okay. So the back end is nothing but it is a server side. What is it? It is a server side. So here, what we are going to do in this full stack web development. So the full stack web developer is someone who works on both the parts, whether it is a front end, whether it is a back end. So to work the functionality of website properly or smoothly, we can work with the help of the full stack developer. So what are the components of working with the full stack web development? Let's understand that. So what are the technologies we are going to use in the front end and what are the technologies we are using in the back end? Okay, so let's understand the components. Components of full stack development. So here we will be having, as I had told you, we will be having a front end. So the front end is nothing but it is a client side. So in this client side, what are the technologies we are going to use? So we are going to use the HTML. So HTML is nothing but it is a hypertext markup language which is used for the structure of the web page. If you want to create the structure of the web page, then you can work with the HTML. This is one of the technology which is used in the front end development. So here we are going to learn about the HTML, that is nothing but hypertext markup language. Hypertext markup language. So which is used on the structure of web page. This is used for the structure of web page. And we will be having one more thing, that is a CSS. What is it? So it is nothing but CSS. What exactly this CSS is about? So the CSS is nothing but cascading style sheets. Okay, so this is nothing but to style your particular website. If you want to make any styles, like if you want to create some buttons, some layouts, or whatever it may be, so to design all those things we can take the help of the technology, that is CSS. Okay, so CSS is used for styling and layout for your web page, for your web page. Okay, whatever the web page you are going to create. So what are the more things that are included in front end? And we can also understand about the JavaScript. What is it? JavaScript. Why we are using JavaScript? So to look your website more interactively, we can use the JavaScript. So for example, if you want to make some kind of the animations to your images or to your videos or to your buttons, then we can take the help of the JavaScript. Or if you want to add some alert buttons or whatever it may be, you can take the help of JavaScript. So JavaScript is something which is used to make the web pages interactivity. So interactivity is nothing but to add some kind of the buttons, to make some kind of the animations on the images, to create some alert buttons, whatever it may be. Everything will be comes under this JavaScript. Okay, so we will be having some more frameworks which can be included in your front end. So to make it some more effectively, whether we can use the React.js as our framework for the front end, or we can use the Angular. So see, nowadays we are hearing one more framework, that is Vue.js, right? So we are having the frameworks for front end, that is React.js, and we can go with the Angular, and we can go with Vue.js. Okay, these are the some of the frameworks which are included for your front end. So this is all about the front end, the client side. So what we are going to do in the back end. So let's understand about the back end. So here in backend, mainly we can use like whether it is a Python, whether it is a JavaScript, that is Node.js, whether we can also use the Java or we can also use the PHP. So instead of all those things, today we are here to learn about full stack Python. We are going with the backend, our backend coding language or programming is nothing but Python programming. So in backend, in server side, we are going to learn about the Python programming. Okay, that is our backend. So what are the different languages available in our full stack web development? We can go with the Python, as I had told you before, and we can go with Java. Okay, and we can also go with PHP. Okay, so these are the different backend servers which we are having. So for learning the Python programming, we will be having some of the frameworks. With the help of Django, we can work the Python programming because it helps us to connect the database, or else we can also take the help of the Flask. For Java, we can take the help of the Spring Boot. Okay, and for PHP, we can use the help of Laravel. What is it? Laravel. So see, Lara. So here, so this is all about the backend. So what exactly we will do in database? So in databases, we can go with the SQL. So SQL is nothing but it is a structured query language which is used to create our database. So we can create the database with some kind of the tables, and we can add the data, we can delete the data if required. All the things will be done in the databases. Okay. So see, in databases, we are having SQL. What is it? SQL. That is nothing but structured query language. In the SQL also, we will be having different versions like MySQL, and we can also have PostgreSQL. Okay, and also we can use the Microsoft SQL Server. So these are the different versions. Or also we can also use the Oracle. Okay, these are the some of the databases which are available in SQL, the servers. And we can also go with NoSQL. So in NoSQL, we can mainly use the MongoDB based on our requirement. It is a object oriented. So all the data will be stored in the objects. Okay, so here to connect the servers, so what we are going to use RESTful APIs to connect the server sites. Okay, server and APIs we are going to understand with the help of RESTful APIs. Okay, this is all about the full stack web development. That means what we are going to do in front end, we are going to understand about the HTML, CSS, JavaScript included with the framework, whether it is a React, whether it is a Angular, whether it is a Vue.js. So as come to backend, as it is a full stack Python, we are going to learn the Python programming with the help of the framework, that is Django or Flask. Okay. So here, what is the purpose of learning this full stack development? So let's understand why it is important. Why learn full stack development? So because in current market, in current job market, the full stack it is very high in demand, as we need to complete the applications independently. Okay, not only the applications, we can also develop the web development, and we can also use application development, and also we can use in the if you want to develop some kind of the architectures or web architectures, then we can now use all the full stack development. This is a very much important in our particular full stack web development. See, because it is high demand in our particular job market, and we can have the ability to build applications independently, because you are working on the full stack development. Full stack in the sense front end, back end, and database, everything you are developing. So nowadays, what before what happened, so the front end, there will be a front end developer, one person will be a front end developer, one person will be a back end developer, and the other can work on the databases. Okay, so as come to the corona, so after the corona, what happened? So if one particular person like front end developer is resigned from the company, or whether he's not working, what it will happen, entire the process of the work will be stopped, right? So to avoid these particular inconveniences, what the companies are liking, what companies are willing to have, the full stack web developer who can manage both front end, back end, and the database. So you can also have the opportunities in the freelancing and the startups to work with this full stack web development. You can also work as a freelancer. Okay, so that is the main advantage of learning the full stack web development. Okay, so one more thing, what is one more thing you will be having? You can also have the high demand in the job market, many job opportunities, right? And you can also work as a freelancer. Okay, so this is how why the full stack development will be high demand. And as come to why many companies are willing to have the Python developer as compared to Java. What is the difference between this Java and Python? So I'm taking only the two differences, that is Java and Python. So many the PHP is nowadays we will use the PHP. Now the usage of the PHP is some low. Only the Python and Java is working very hard. So why even with the help of the Java and Python, why only the companies are willing to have the Python? So let's understand what are the benefits of learning Python. Okay, and what is the exact difference between the Java and Python? So let's understand that. So the difference between learning Java and Python. So as compared to Java, what it will happen, it requires more lines of code. We need to write more lines of code to understand each and everything. So if you want to print a simple code like hello, what you need to do, you need to write public static void main, and you need to create the parenthesis. You need to use the parenthesis bracket. You need to use the main function, and you need to write the system.out.println. So for printing a simple code, it takes many lines, right? So it requires more lines. So as compared to Python, what it will happen, it is very simple, it is very readable, and by using one print statement, we can easily execute the hello world program, right? So and also as compared to speed, so faster as it compiles by the bytecode. So the Java will be having the faster as it compiles to the bytecode, but the speed as compared to Python, what it will happen, there is a interpretation. Because of that, there will be interpretation low. But so the complexity of Python and Java, there is a difference. So that is main difference is, so the code of Python is simple. So you need to understand only the simple, okay, simpleness, simple in Python. Okay, as compared to Java, what it will happen, we need to write more lines of code, more lines of code. Okay, so simple in Python. So if you want to print a simple program, what you need to do, so print hello world, that's enough. Okay, as compared to Java, what it will happen, Java, this is Java. Okay, so as compared to Java, what it will happen, first of all, you need to open public static void main. Public static void main, and you need to open the parenthesis bracket, main function. After that, you need to open the parenthesis like flower brackets, and you need to use the main function, and then system dot out dot println. Okay, so here you need to mention hello. Okay, and you need to close the parenthesis. Sys system dot out dot println, that is nothing but SOP. So you need to close the bracket. This is how you need to write the code in the Java. So only the simple code, right? See, so if you want to print in Python, what it will happen? Only single line of code is enough. So for web application, to develop the web applications or to develop the application, so what it will happen? So we will be having the large amount of the code. So if you use the Java, what it will happen? It is a time taken process. It requires more line. It requires faster due to the JVM optimizations and all those things. Okay, it will be very strong and all those things. So but what it will happen, what are the benefits of learning Python? It is very easy to understand and it is very easy to learn, and it is versatile in nature, and it will be having large and the community support, because we can also use in different fields like web development. Not only web development, we can also use this in data science, we can also use in automation. Everywhere Python will be having a many opportunities as compared to Java. Okay, so because it we will be having like Python consists of many different libraries like NumPy, Pandas, TensorFlow, Django. Because of these libraries, what it will happen, it simplify the development process. Okay, to develop any kind of the code, it will simplifies easy. Okay, so here we will be having the career paths in Python. What are the different career paths in Python? So before that, let's write the benefits. Benefits of learning Python. So as I had told you, so it is very easy to learn. It is an open source environment, and it will be having versatile in nature. So it is nothing but like we can use we can use in DS data science, and we can use in AI. Nowadays, we are hearing a lot about artificial intelligence, right? We can also use in generative AI to generate the images or to generate the content or whatever it may be. The Python will plays a major role, and to work with the automation everywhere. So the Python will plays a major role. That's the reason why companies are willing to have the Python developer. Okay, that's full stack Python. Okay, and also it consists of different library support. Library support to reduce the complexity. To reduce the complexity. Yeah. To reduce the complexity, we can. So these are the all are the benefits of learning Python program. So let's understand what are the career paths you will be having if you are in Python programming language. So there will be a different career paths like data scientist, artificial intelligence. You can become the artificial intelligence, and also you can become the automation engineer. All those things. So let's understand one by one what are the benefits of learning this Python. Okay. So career paths in Python. So you can also become, so you can also, so the data scientist. So in this particular data scientist, we are going to take the help of the Python programming language. With the help of Python programming, we can become the data scientist and also ML engineer. So in ML engineer also, we will take the help of the Python with the help of the libraries like TensorFlow, Keras. Okay, and also we can also work with the web development, as we are discussing about the web development. That is, in this web development, you are going to work as a backend server, like a backend developer also, by using Python backend developer. Okay. You can become the backend developer based on your requirement. You can choose any field, like whether you want to go to the data scientist, whether you want to go to the ML engineer or a generative AI. Okay, the artificial intelligence engineer or lead artificial intelligence Gen AI scientist, or a lead Gen AI scientist, or whatever it may be, Gen AI. So you can also become the lead Gen AI. So here, what you're going to do in this lead generation, here you're going to work with something which you're going to create some agents to do your work automatically. So that's the importance of learning this. And also you can go with the automation and scripting. Here, what you're going to do by using the Python programming, you can make the task automation. Okay. So here, lead Gen AI, here what you're going to do, you're going to build some agents by using Python programming. For every whatever the roles you are having, for doing all those things, you need the help of the programming language, that is Python. Python program. And also you can become the automation, right? So we will go with the automation. Here also what we will do, we will use the Python programming for task automation. For task automation, to do the task automatically, we can go with the task automation. And also for cloud and DevOps, you need the help of to work with the AWS or Kubernetes, the TensorFlow or CI/CDs, everything. So you need the help of the Python program. So for cloud and DevOps. So to work with AWS, to work with Kubernetes or to work with Terraform. So you need the help of work with AWS, Kubernetes, and Terraform. You need the help of programming language that is Python. Okay. So even for cyber security, to identify the cyber crimes, we are learning something that is called as ethical hacking. Okay, ethical hacking. Okay, so everywhere we will use with the help of, we will learn with the help of the Python programming. These are the career paths which are involved in this Python program. So let's understand what are the complete overview. So if you learn Python, so what you are going to learn in this Python programming language. Let's understand Python programming. So in this Python programming, we are going to learn the basics of the Python, because some of the persons are from non-IT background also. So to understand them, we will start with the Python programming basics of the Python, that is very scratch. So here we can understand what is Python, why we are learning Python, and what are the advantages of learning Python, who introduced Python, so why it is easy to learn, so how the syntax will be, each and every concepts will be understanding what is Python. And we can discuss one by one concepts like variables, the data types, okay, the control structures. Control structures is nothing but it is a combination of conditional statements and loopings. And also we will understand about the function, so how to create a function and how to understand the lambda functions. And also we will understand about the oops concept, so what is keywords, what is the what is constants, okay, what is decorators, okay, decorators, what are encoders. So we will understand each and every concept over here, so to get hands-on experience in Python programming. So decorators, generators, and we'll understand in OOPS, we'll understand about the different concepts like how to create the class, how to create objects. So what is the purpose of encapsulation? What is the purpose of abstraction? Polymorphism, inheritance. We learn all those things one by one to so because why these OOPS concepts, because the not only the Java, the Python is also a OOPS object oriented programming language, because whenever we are creating any of the websites, we need to make them security, like we will be having some privacy, right? So these particular code, whatever I had written, that should not be showcased to some different users, right? So let's see with the examples. This is what we will discuss in the Python, and we will understand in front end like HTML, CSS, JavaScript. We will be having. We will need to understand how to create the tables. So how to create some headings, how to perform some styles, how to create the styles by using the CSS, and we will also understand how to write the JavaScript, how to use the JavaScript, or how to create the buttons, how to create the alert messages, and all those things. We will understand all these concepts in the front end, and in back end we can go with the database, that is SQL, structured query language over there. So see here, I will be showcasing you one particular. See here, we can see the application Flipkart. So Flipkart is nothing but it is one of the online shopping application, right? So whatever we are looking this, so this thing is nothing but it is called as a client side, okay? The person, I am the client, so I can see all these things, okay? Whatever the things I am, so for example, I need to log in, I need to make the login. So what it will happen, I need to enter my mobile number or whatever it may be. Based on my enter, what it will happen, so everything will be stored in the database, like SQL. So how many users, whatever the users of Flipkart or whatever the application it is, or what it will happen, all the users will be stored, the customers related data will be stored in the database, because to track their orders, to track their address, where to sell, and what are the products they had taken, and what are all the details will be showcased over here. So here you can see whenever you are open this particular application, so to if you want to open the electronics, so in electronics also you'll be having the mobiles, the mobile accessories, the laptops, all those things, right? So you can also create all these things, right? See, So if you click on the air conditioner, what it will happen, you will get one more page. So we can create any number of pages. Okay, this is a complete web development. Okay, website development. So web development is nothing but HTTP, hypertext transfer protocol. By using some particular link, what it will happen, it will run the server side and it will give the results, right? So here it will be having the flipkart.com. So I'm going to open some air conditions. So for example, go back. So for example, I want something like I'm going to search t-shirts. What it will happen, whatever the t-shirts it will be having, it will display over here, right? So for example, I had opened this. So what it will happen, it will open one more page, right? So related, so add to cart, buy now if you want to buy, the reviews about the thing, and everything will be showcased over here. So here I have shown you the career paths, right? So in career paths, you can also go with the data science. What exactly we are doing with the data science? Everything, whatever, whether it is a web development, the work of the web development is something where you're going to create the like interface, right? So the interface, the connectivity, whatever the data is we are storing, that will be stored in the database to identify the tracking, all those things. So here, what the data science, what the role of the data science, what he's going to do or she's going to do. So here, based on your recent searches or recent preferences, it will recommend the products, how the recommendation engine is working, how the customer is satisfying every time. So here, the NLP, the deep learning, the machine learning, everything plays a major role with the help of the programming language, that is Python. So that is the important of learning Python programming language. By choosing the Python programming language, you can go with any field, whether it is a data science, whether it is a generative AI, whether it is a web development, whether it is a only the backend developer, whatever it may be. So in this full stack web development, in this full stack Python web development, you are going to learn the front end, the Python, and also the backend, right? So if you want, you can go with a SQL developer, that is structured query language. You can work with a database, or you can only work with the front end, or else you can go with the Python. By using Python, you are having multiple opportunities, right? Only the backend side, right? So these are the benefits of learning all this Python programming language. Okay, that's all about the demo.
ఈ వీడియో మీకు నచ్చితే లైక్, షేర్ చేయండి. వీడియోలో డౌట్స్ ఉంటే కామెంట్లో చెప్పండి. మరిన్ని వీడియోస్ కోసం ఛానల్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేయండి. థ్యాంక్స్ ఫర్ వాచింగ్.
Brolly Academy.